And now we're heading into the vast Vatican land.
Right, yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Which was, in many ways, the more established immigrants to Spokane, the Irish, and to a lesser extent, the Italians.
On part 5 of our series with Jess Walter, we're driving through the Little Vatican, or what we know today as the Gonzaga Neighborhood. This area of town was once the center of Spokane Catholicism and played an important role in Jess's book, The Cold Millions.
You know, as happens in most cities, the original migration leads to certain neighborhoods, and this flatland, because of the presence of the Jesuits and Gonzaga University at the time, college, is where so many Italian and Irish immigrants made their way.
Right, sure. Yeah, and they had some money too. You know, some of those were early here.
Yeah.
Monahan, Cowley,
sure.
You know, so then they moved close to the school here.
And I think that was more Irish than Italian. There were some Italians, but the Irish, I think, got a foothold sooner. Also, like in most cities, got a foothold in the fire and police departments.
Oh, yeah.
In a way that the Italians didn't entirely.
Right, sure, yep.
And the Irish houses tended to be bigger in those years, in 1909, 1910. The Italians had, were sort of on the other side of Hamilton,
right.
More so.
Sure.
It blended in, of course, but you'd be more likely to find the bigger Irish families over on this side of these bigger houses.
Okay. Yeah, I know the Minnehaha area there. Mm-hmm. You know, my grandparents lived there, and they kind of called that Little Italy for a little bit too.
For a while,
yeah, Morrow's over there by Super School, and so I think
the Italian side pushed east, while the Irish side sort of stayed Hamilton and this side.
Sure.
Yeah. The other thing that were the number of institutions in here, not just Gonzaga, but Holy Names and a mental institution and the
children's home.
The children's home.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. There was a sort of institutional Catholicism that the Hamilton, that the now what we call the Gonzaga neighborhood, really, and that was the spine of the neighborhood in some ways, where people worked, where they went to church, of course, St. Al's. It was. This really was the center of Catholic Spokane.
Right. Yeah.
Although I think there's a lot more beer pong in this neighborhood than there was in 1909.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like to think Gig could have held his own in beer pong.
Right.
My character from the novel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.